told you last week 1745 levels are going to be an important resistance and you can remain short. We can see it dropping below 1700 and then 1690 1680 levels will come into picture. Precisely, gold achieved 1688, once again delivering wonderful profits to you all. I hope you all profited. Cheers to you all again. Now what is going to happen next week, we will see with the help of candlestick charts and indicators. Missing on to subscribe this channel is missing on the profits. I share my daily update on gold also twice a day, in fact one with the Asia session, one with the USDCAD session. So do press the bell icon and stay tuned with the latest updates. Now let's start. These are the daily charts for gold, and after achieving this high we have seen 3 consecutive red candles, and yesterday it was a bounce back for gold as it was trading oversold on multiple indicators. But should you consider this as reversal or this is just a retracement? We'll see into detail. Right now still it is trying to trade in this bearish channel. Precisely the high is at around 17 20 25 zone. So again next week if you see it trading above 1725, yes you can go long, and if you see it trading above this zone, definitely one can expect 1740 levels as the first target, and in fact it can try to hit 1750 levels, which is going to be a very good resistance till the time it trades below 1725. I think we have to be still little bit cautious, and then 1745-50 levels are going to come into picture. See, till the time, as I have told you earlier also, 1800 is the level which you should watch out for, and this time again possibly it may try to refrain from achieving those levels. Now look at the little nearby charts, and if you see here, see 1680, which is always have been a very strong support. I will tell you in a little while, those who are watching it first time, I will tell you why 1680 is a strongest support. But look at this time it failed to go past these levels and higher lows are getting created. So higher lows, it means it has a little bullishness. It may try to bounce back a little, it may try to retrace back a little, but at the same time, now let's have a look into further detail, and you will find here, see this was the time I told you possibly from here this might try to retrace again on the downside. It has seen the channel high, so yes, one thing is it is respecting this channel, and hence the highs of this channel are now at around 1770 1780 zone. So even if it tries to retrace, maybe in next couple of weeks it can try to achieve the highs there, and from there, see this higher lows, it means it can consolidate in between these level before it tries to bounce back a little. So this is on the daily charts. Possibly it may try to confine its movement between this, any move above 1800 any point of time this week, next week, and then precisely at 1850. If it breaks past by, definitely gold should be considered as a good to go long, good to buy level, good to accumulate level, and then gold may fly very high. But I refrain from saying this because there is a tendency for it to achieve lower lows. Where it will go, we will see into detail. For now it appears 1725 next week is a good level to go long. Beyond 1725 the next target is 1735 1745. These two levels you should watch out for, then 1750 and 1765. So it is trying to trade within these medians, and possibly these levels are going to remain a stronger resistance zone. Now we have seen the daily charts. Let's have a look at the weekly charts out there. On the weekly charts also, now look at the weekly charts here. See, this was the double top. Let me share a little more in detail. The rally started from here, rise, retracement, consolidation, double top, almost achieving the highs, and a drop here. And see this, it is trying to trade in this bearish channel. Now in this bearish channel, as I said, now the highs are going to get limited at around 1770 1780 zone. This is going to be a very strong resistance zone. Any breakout, any movement beyond these levels, specifically if it sustains above this level, then next target is going to be towards 1840-50, and then as I said it is going to fly high, and remaining above 1850 levels definitely should call for an accumulation level where you can remain long. But at the same time, till the time it limits its movement within these levels, it has a tendency to drop more. Now look at 1680 here. See, 1680, 1670 strong support, 1680, 1680, 1680, 1680, again 1688 this time rather, so higher lows it is trying to give you. Now what if it breaks and sustains below these level? What if it breaks and sustains below this level? The next zone is going to come somewhere here at 1600 to 1550 levels, far away distant land, but yes, if it breaks below, then 1580 and 1500 levels should be seen in the near future. Too pessimistic, but these are markets, that is how they operate. Now this is on the weekly charts. Let's have a look at the monthly candle here. On the monthly charts, you can see 5 straight red candles, 5 months of continuous fall there, indicating bearishness. But what is this 5 red candles bought in? These 5 candles definitely have cooled down or made gold to enter into oversold zone, and still it is trying to trade bearish. Remember, if it sustains below 1680, the target is this zone first, 1580 1590 zone, and then it will try to hit 1500. Yes, till the time it trades below first, see the highs here on the monthly candle are also now at 1770 1780 levels. Only if it tries to sustain above this, you can expect little bullishness, then 1800 and 1845 level. So we are talking more broad today because the month has just started, so we'll look into the perspective what can be expected of the gold's movement in this month, and specifically we'll come back to this week also. So yes, for the month it appears 1770 1780 levels. Till the time gold try to refrain its movement below 1770 1780 levels, we can see a little bit of consolidation going on, and then a breakout can be expected later. Now this is what we can see now on the monthly charts also. Now look at this, we have seen 5 red candles. Now can you connect the dots here? You will find that, see, it is trying to create a slope and higher lows are being seen here. So it is trying to act little bit bullish, but at the same time, as we can all see, these two candles lower highs. So yes, 1780 you should watch out for this month. Possibly it may try to act little bit bullish, and then we may see it consolidating for a little while before it tries to decide the next move. Remember, it has a lot much to cover. This was the bullish move, and we have seen it rising strongly from here. It can, and it has the potential to drop till here in few months or few weeks. So till the time it trades below 1780, we have to be very very cautious in this month and for next forthcoming months also. So we have seen the daily, weekly, monthly charts, and now let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Now look at the 4-hour charts here. It was trying to trade within this channel. This time it is broke out. This time it is seen a bullish move there with the non-farm payroll data in US, which was a little bit positive data, and for that it has seen a good rise, but at the same time it refrained from giving you higher highs, and it refrained from breaking past 1725. So yes, if you see it trading above 1725 next week, yes, you can go long and potentially you can expect it to rise a little. But look at the 4-hour charts here. See this classical megaphone pattern here, consistently increasing bullish candle, couple of candles of consolidation here. Now look at the last 2 candles here. It closed the week at around 17 13 15 levels, so possibly it may, till the time it trades between 1705 and 1720, at least this zone you should avoid and refrain from trading. Above 1720, possibility exists that we may see 1725 and then 1735 levels till 1745. You have to take extra caution, as we have seen it earlier in the charts. 1770 1780 could be the highs for the month, hence we may see very little movement, or even if it moves, it has to give you swings throughout the week. A green candle, a red candle, a green candle, a red candle can be expected, and we have to be very cautious with the positions. Now possibly with these multiple green candles and the strong rise, it calls for a retracement and for a drop. So you have to be watchful of 1700 levels, first 1705 and then 1700. So see, so now it must be overbought, and it may try to drop a little on Monday and may try to consolidate it a little. Also it is seen the lows lower highs there, and hence now the lows at around 1690, I will not say 1690 but 1700 1695 levels can be seen, and from there it may try to rise again anytime. If you see it trading above 1720, definitely very good position to stay long on gold, and then you may see it flying. At the same time, till the time it remains above 1695, there is a possibility that it may try to bounce back. A drop below 1695 will call for the further bearishness. Yes, you can take, I will give you the levels towards the end of the analysis. Do watch till now. Let's have a look at the indicators there. The indicators on the 4-hour charts getting the support here at 1710, the resistance there at 1722, trying to trade within this. And see, it was trading outside the Bollinger Bands and it has got the pullback. The next resistance zone, if you look at it here, 1735, 1740, 1745 levels are going to be very strong resistance zone. The directional movement was trading bearish. It has narrowed the gap here, trying to trade within this bearishness. It has not yet crossed over. Remember this fact. Stochastic is overbought, has a potential for it to drop further. The MACD on the 4-hour charts has crossed over. This is just 3 candles apart. It may try to trade in green before it tries to decide a direction. Possibly RSI is now at comfortable levels on the 4-hour charts. Now let's have a look at the daily charts. On the daily charts, you will find 1750 levels. This is the 20 period moving average, simple exponential weighted moving average, and this is the 20 period moving average. So 50 and 20 period moving average coming together at 1745.50 levels. It and gold trading below these levels indicates definitely a bearishness, but at the same time it is trying to narrow the gap. These levels are going to be the next resistance zone at 1750, which is a very strong resistance zone. And then, as I said, 100 period moving average will come into picture at 1790. This is going to be the next resistance zone. Be careful in between these levels. First 1750 and then, as I said, 1780 and 1790 levels. These are going to be definitely a stronger resistance zone. So this definitely it will call for a rise. Now see, we have seen a rise. Why did we see a rise? Look at the help of the indicators. It was trading outside the Bollinger Bands, and that is why we got a pullback. Just to relate it with what we have seen yesterday, we have seen a little rise. And why did it rise? It was trading outside the Bollinger Bands and we have seen a pullback. It has come back again into the comfortable zone. Also now the resistance zone is here at 1745.50. We have to be very, very cautious till there. Now if you look at the directional movement, it was extremely bearish divergent, now trying to converge. Let's see if it does crossover. Stochastic was oversold, trying to come out of it. Now look at with the help of stochastic itself, we can see stochastic giving lower highs here. At the same time, it is giving you higher lows also. So stochastic is also saying that it is trying to trade in a consolidation fashion, consolidating here in this zone. The directional movement on the daily charts, MACD on the daily charts is divergent, bearish. And see, it has seen a high. We have seen 2 candles giving flat movement there. And from here, if it tries to converge crossover, we may see little bullishness in gold. Likewise, the RSI was into oversold zone, trying to bounce back. So see, this was the time when RSI went oversold. This time, in fact, achieving 1688, it did not go into so much of depth and it tried to bounce back from here. Also look at, see, even the RSI is trying to have a channel of its own. So let's be cautious of it here. Probably it may try to consolidate a bit before it tries to decide a direction. And now let's have a look with the help of weekly charts. On the weekly charts, we can find that it has seen the bottom out there. It has seen the resistance there on the upside. On the weekly charts is at 1840, 1815 zone. Very, very strong resistance zone for gold to pass by. If it surpasses this zone, then you can consider it as bullish. Now, this is 20, 50, 100, all moving average coming together here, making it a very strong resistance zone. The directional movement you can see on the weekly charts is diverging again, and see, whenever it tries to give you a sharp divergence, it is always followed with a little convergence also. Look at the stochastic here. Now look at the classical move of the stochastic here on the weekly charts, and you will find, let me give you a further detail on this. See, from here this move has started, higher highs. Last week also I did draw it for you. At the same time, you will find higher lows, so still it is carrying a slope and potential. It has the potential on the weekly charts to enter into oversold zone once again before it tries to bounce back. So next week we have to take extra caution as it may try to consolidate a bit. Directional movement is still bearish and it is divergent. RSI on the weekly charts is comfortable but slope is negative. And on the monthly candle, yes, it has the bottom. On the monthly candle, 1800 definitely a stronger resistance. The support there at 1680 is very strong. This is also bottom of the Bollinger Bands. If it trades below 1600, it has the potential to drop till towards 1590 1600 levels, and below levels are also possible. This time any breach below 1680 will call for a very good drop. A single candle will make it happen. The directional movement on the monthly charts was so far bullish, and this is since 2019, rather you can say from 2019 this zone January it is trading bullish and it has completed this cycle till now. After months, after three and a half years, now it is trying to cross over for the first time. If it does cross over, gold will enter into bearish territory. It may continue to trade in red for a little while before it tries to converge crossover again. Stochastic is oversold on the monthly charts. Possibility of a reversal exists. This was the time in 21 February March when it was oversold on the monthly charts. Then it was a time in 2018, 2017, and see, this is a rare phenomena in gold when it tries to trade oversold on the monthly chart. This time it has gone oversold. It has the potential to bounce back from here. Directional movement is bearish and it is divergent. RSI is looking downwards. So now we have seen the charts and indicators. Now let me give you the trading levels and strategy for next. With trading, it is important to eliminate your bias. I think it is bullish. I think it is bearish. Nobody bothers what you think. So just stay and trade with the flow. Your analysis, my analysis doesn't matter. Only we have to respect the levels. Just that is why I say trade as per the levels. Trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. And now in this time also we will see both the levels where we can expect to rise, where we can expect to drop, the levels which you can go long, the levels at which you can go short for next week. Everything we're gonna see. And before we proceed, yes, if you like and appreciate my effort, do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Secondly, you can also learn the art of trading profitably, learn the art of reading the charts, and the strategies which I teach definitely will help you become a profitable and proficient trader. Join my mentorship batch. This is a 15-day session, 90 minutes daily and a lifetime support is what you get. Definitely it will help you become a profitable and proficient trader. Reach out to me for more details. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Next is my Patreon page where you can support my effort. The contribution is minuscule, but it is definitely a motivation for me. Just become a patron. The link is mentioned in the channel and video description. Also, you can become a premium member there by subscribing the higher tier, and there you will get all the updates and you can discuss with me one-on-one. You will get all the live updates there. Link is mentioned, Patreon link is mentioned in the channel and video description. Now let's have a look at the levels. So next week, only long entry. Yes, if you see it trading above 1718, I will expect that you can go long. Then one can expect 1724. So remember 1724 is a good level beyond which we can expect a little more bullishness. Then I will expect it to hit 1735, and if it trades above 1735 then 1742. Just be watchful of this. In fact, till 1742 and 1745 possibility of a reversal exists, as we have seen already in the charts. See, I am giving you all the resistance. So how you should trade it here? Let's say if you take an entry here, you have to ensure that either you clear some of your profits here and book the profits and re-enter if you see it trading in the same direction, and again book the profits and trade accordingly. That is one part of it. Second part of it is where you can put a stop loss. Let's say if you see it dropping further, you can shift your stop loss to these levels, let it get close, you can re-enter any point of time again, and that is how you can preserve your capital. You can book little profits and then you can increase your wealth. Every profitable trade will definitely help you increase your confidence. So always trade with the stop loss at cost. Always trail your stop loss. Beyond 1750, I will see these are very good resistance zones, and then 1765, 1780 will come into picture. These are very strong resistance zone. Possibility, as we have seen from the charts, that it may swing a little, it may consolidate a little this week. Again, possibly it may try to consolidate a little before it tries to decide a direction. So hence you have to ensure that you should always trade with a stop loss. Keep booking your profits at each of these levels. Little profits are definitely means a lot, and it will definitely help you increase your capital. Now on the downside, you can go short at 1705, below that 1698, 1695. Just watch out for these. And then 1690. If this time it drops below 1690, you can stay short. You can expect 1680 to get achieved. And remember, till here it has the potential that it can bounce back. So in between 1742, 1695, I will say this is the zone which is a probable trading zone for next week. We may see little movements either side, upside or downside, and you have to trade with little caution, as I am expecting a consolidatory move there in gold. Below 1680, stay short. Nobody is going to save gold from dropping further. Then for the rest of the week, you can expect for it to drop till towards 1660 levels, and below that sky is the limit. It can drop further till towards 1647 and 1630. In fact, below that sky is the limit on the upside and downside both. So beyond 1780, 1800 is the next target. Up on the upside, 1840 levels is the next target. On the downside, below 1630, we can see a very strong drop. These are markets, but we can expect a consolidatory move. Take your positions accordingly, trade accordingly, trade with the stop loss, trade with the trailing stop loss. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Thank you.